Hello all, welcome back to my channel. This is Babu Krishna. So we have seen in the last sessions about the Unix shell scripting, the introduction to shell. Now today we will see the next unit, how to write the shell in a script file. Like no, we last time we have seen everything we have executed on the command line actually, but that is not the sole purpose. The purpose is to write in a script file and you to execute whenever you want actually. So that's what. So let us open the relevant documents, like not many documents, only the notes. And the unit 1 we had session 1, session 2, session 3. Okay, so now let us have the unit 2. Mm, so this will be in this session. We can see writing shell script. So this one session we can finish. This is not a big topic, this is small topic. Okay, so this we can see that one. Okay, so not much programs we'll see. We'll see like no the programs, little the start we'll see, and after that we'll see the more programs in the upcoming things, upcoming units. Okay, so this is writing shell script. What is shell script? You know that one. So shell script is a file which contains the shell commands actually. So shell script is a file which contains the command, these shell commands actually, like whatever we did, ls, pwd, date, that one. So like that are like shell processing will be there, like loops, functions and all, which we'll see going forward. So that are all taken into the shell, and you want to do that particular things in the shell. That's what we will be doing. Okay, so let me open a file. Sorry, let me open the terminal, and let us do the file how you will do. So I created the shell samples. Okay, so I say shell samples. I don't have anything. So first I will write my first script.sh actually. Okay, so I the shell script file, it has to end with .sh actually. So this is the thing. What is the shell script? We know shell script is a set of commands which we'll do. How to write and execute script, that's what we are doing. So the sh dot extension will be sh, and first line will be shebang construct generally thing. So which you can do uh, either like this, or you can also use the user bin environment bash, that we will see in other shell script. We will write that one. Now this is the shebang construct. It is optional, but this is the better way, because whenever you use this one, it is like bash. So let us assume your default shell is dash actually. So then dash. Now you want to run something in bash. Then if you have not written this one, it will try to execute in the dash shell. And if it is like somewhere some things may not be portable, and then you will not get the correct execution, and it may fail. So that's what you better to use like this. Now I just say echo welcome to shell scripting. Okay, so this is what we want. So now let us also say pwd. So you can write whatever the command actually. I just say then let us go to the user bin. Okay, and let us say whatever the c star. Okay, so whenever you go to the user bin, let me open the user terminal. User bin, just I want to check whether c star has any files like that. No, so many files are there. Okay, d also so many files. What about F star actually? No. E star will give. Y star, better Y star will give. So less files actually. So I will give Y star. Okay. So now I say Y star. So meta characters and all you can check in the Linux basics. What we have seen that one, meta characters. And now I went to that. Now I say pwd, your thing will be there, and then maybe I need to say date something. And anyway you are in the user bin actually. So let us try to execute this. You can also say instead of date, like no, which date. So let us assume I may open another terminal. Okay, so which date, if you give, then it will be bin date actually. So instead of this, you can also give here like this command. You can also execute like this with uh, like with total absolute path actually, not only relative path, absolute path also you can execute. Okay, so I will try in this, then I will show you. So now if you see this one like this also you can execute. Okay, now I have my script file. Now this is I have written my script file actually. So first it will give you this, and pwd it will give go to this, and then whatever y star and pwd it will give, which is nothing but user bin only. Then I say whatever the bin date. So I want to tell you like no this whenever you are writing a script and executing, that it will execute in the sub shell actually. So that's what I want to tell you. Maybe you can also write a ps minus f. I hope it may not confuse you. So let us try that particular one, ps minus f. Okay, so now I have my shell script, first script file with all the commands I want to execute. There are two methods of execution actually. So executing in two methods. Okay, so one is with like uh, this way, change mode. You need to, because this is a normal text file you want to execute. If you want to execute, you need to have the execute permission for user, not for all. So you I say u plus x, then first script dot sh. So this, now if I say ls minus l, then you have this, and then you can execute. So now it has become execute file, then you can execute. So we already seen whatever the change mode. If you are not sure about that, you can refer to the Unix Linux basics change mode unit. You have the 1 hour of content, which it will talk very detailed, so you can check on that. Now, yeah, so now I have change mode. That is one way how we will do user plus x, and then my first script dot sh, or first script, whatever the file name we have given, whatever I have given first script. Okay, right? So first script dot sh. Okay, and then you need to say dot slash whatever first script dot sh. This is one way how you will do. Second way, you can also do something like this. Okay, so first script dot sh, and this is the comment actually. So whenever you want to do certain comment, okay, so I want to do like no, I want to write some comment actually. So I say this is my uh, first script, something I want to write. Okay, so this will not be executed. So this is whatever with this symbol, has symbol. So this is the comment actually. Okay, so now that is one method. And another method is you can also do with bash and this one. And if you do like this, no need of shebang construct in this particular one. So shebang construct, which is nothing but the bin bash whatever we have written in the first line. So that is called the shebang construct. So let's test in the two methods actually. So let us test that one. Now I have ls. Now I did already change mode. Now I will execute this. Maybe I will do it again. No need actually. And then first script. So if you see this one, it has given you welcome to shell script. And if you see this one, my ps, it is 11090, which is nothing but my shell. And this script file, if you see this, it is running in a subshell actually. So that's what we have seen in the braces. That is the subshell. So this particular one, and it given you whatever the home samples. Now you went ls, and then user bin, it is given you. Okay, now if I say pwd, don't expect it will be in the user bin, because it is a sub shell. It will give you like that is only visible in that shell. Once it comes out of the shell, you will have your own thing. Okay, so that's what it is in the sub shell. It is not in the same shell. If it is in the same shell, it will change. Now you will be in the user bin, but you are in the sub shell. It will create a sub shell, it will do, and you will be back to your shell. So that is the functionality. Okay, now let us check on the dot slash, right? This we have seen in the last thing, whatever that one. So now I say echo dollar path actually. So I will add this current working directory is not there in this path. Okay, only dot is not there. Let us add to that actually. So I say dollar path. You can add before, you can add after, it doesn't matter. So only just dot you can add, or dot slash also you can add, your wish actually. So it doesn't matter. Now if I say echo dollar path, my dot will be there in the last actually. Okay, so now if it is like no, maybe before doing that, so let us go to the shell samples. Okay, so now we let us try like this actually. So I say first script dot sh. It will not work actually, because it will say command not found, and it checked in entire path of the dollar path, and sorry, echo dollar path. So he checked in all these directories to find this like first script.sh. It is not visible actually. So that's what it is saying, command not found. But if I say dot first script, What I am telling you, check in the from current directory. That's what you are telling actually. So this to the path, it will add the dot directory actually. So current directory you will test, that's what it will work. But I don't want dot slash, then I need to add that one in the path actually. So you also, not only you search in this particular directory, you also search in the current directory. That's what I'm telling here. So now if I say that one, without the dot slash, it will work actually. Okay, but as we discussed, this is not the right method. Why? Because like whoever, if he is for security reasons, better not to use actually. So better not to use for the security reasons. So that's what we have seen, how to write an shell script. So if we have seen two methods, right? This method with bash you can do, and with also, so we have seen in two methods, which is one bash also you can do. I don't see this output here, but still you can try. So I will say another time, doesn't matter. So you can do this one, or you can do with dot slash. So I will prefer the first way. So because mostly that you need to do in this first way. So change mode, this is only one time, because you are changing one time execute, that will be remaining completely like that, and then you can execute, or you need to do like this. So this is second way, but I, we better prefer this particular way. So if you are writing a big project, something is real useful code, if you want to just test your code, you can do like this. Okay, so now let us go to the slide what we want to cover. So we have seen that, and syntax of the shell script we have seen, and exit status actually. So exit status is main important. So exit status, like ls, if you see this one, it will give you this particular exit dollar at the rate, the dollar question mark will give last command execution status, whether it is successful or not. So now let us assume ls minus a, which is failure. It will give the values other than 0. So 0 is successful. This particular thing, it is a error actually. So our thing, we will we can also add our exit status. So in this case, ours is successful, I will just say 0. You can also make like no failure also. So it is there, and I say echo dollar question mark, which is successful. So you can also say something like this, exit 123 I am given actually. So this is failure, which I am given with my number. Okay, so now I am executing again, and I just say echo dollar question mark last command status. So this is the exit status. Generally you will not give. So exit status 0 is successful, and then non-zero is the failure actually. So exit status 0 is successful, and non-zero is failure. So non-zero will tell you the type of the failure actually. So if it is 1, it means that problem occurred. If it is 2, another problem occurred, like that actually. So means, let us assume the fail may happen in like no any variety of ways. So to give an example, let us assume it may be failed because there is no hard disk actually, hard disk space. Then in that case, failure exit status is one thing, and you don't have permissions, that is another thing. Like that, there may be any exit status actually. So let us test on the cross check on the slides whether we have missed anything. Now, the simplest form, shell script is a file containing a series of commands, which we have seen, and directly instead of entering on the command line, command prompt, you are entering into the file. Shell is somewhat unique, both powerful command line interface, scripting language interpreter. So you can go line by line. So generally you will give .sh actually, not bash, and then comment is with the like hash symbol. So we have seen how you will give this way or this way, and you can execute this. Execution of the script, which we already seen. You can do that. So and writing simple shell script. So first you can create a file, then you do a change mode, then open that, and write your whatever you want to write. So it is another way of writing. So it is like you want to, no need to do touch and then do vi, but some cases like you need to use the touch like that. So means already shell script is there, you want to just change the modification time, you can do that. So it is like, if you want to know about more commands, you can visit the Linux basics. So now open va myscript.sh and type. Okay, so this we have seen what is the exit status and all. Bin bash also you can use. That's what we have used actually. So if you see this particular one, what is that? I have used bin bash. Yeah, bin bash only. Okay, so that you can use that. Mm, and comment line, this is the comment line. So this is the syntax of the shell script actually, which we have already discussed. Syntax of the whatever the shell script. Now comment line and echo, you know what is mean by echo, exit status. So you can also do this. So here exit 0, it will be 0 1 2 3, that exit status. So in order to represent, now with export, without export, you can test this one. So I have a test file, export.txt, you can create. And then OS, you are doing OS, and then you OS Unix, you are assigning echo OS, then Unix will be displayed here actually. Okay, so once this OS Linux actually, so once you come out of the script file, the OS will be Linux only, because this one will not be like affecting this thing actually. Why? Because you are not exporting. So if you export and then test, then that will be different. So let us test actually. So this is little like no export test actually. So that's what we are doing. So I say export test dot sh. I'm just copying pasting just for our okay. So now I need to like no OS equal to Linux, I need to assign. So I say OS equal to Linux. Now uh, with this, instead of bin bash, I will use whatever user bin env bash. So that's what we will use. Now if I say echo dollar $os, it will be that one, Linux. So change mode u plus x, export test, right? And I say export test actually. So OS is empty, then OS is Unix actually. And then if I say this one, it will be still Linux, because this variable will not be available to the subshells actually. So this, since the whenever you are executing the script, this is running under this shell 10190, which you are not exported. It is equivalent to writing your bash and doing actually, both are same. Okay, so we have seen that way, we will see this way. Okay, now I export OS. Okay, so now I will execute the same thing, export test, and then echo dollar OS. You can see here it got changed actually. So here it was whatever the like no OS Unix, and then it got this particular thing, it got into that. And OS, this one, it will not affect here actually. You need to remember that. Why? Because the subshell, whatever you are doing, it will not be visible to the parent shell. So here, if you, in this case, the OS got filled, because this OS is visible to the subshell child process. But whatever you are doing in the child process, it will exit from the child process, so it will not be visible to the parent process. That's what OS will be. Again, it will be same thing. That's what we have seen in the first script with PWD, right? That is, after you are coming back, it will return to the same old whatever it is. Why? Because it is creating a shell, creating a process, executing all this, and like destroying the process and exiting from that shell. So that's what, this is not visible once the shell is completed. So that is the reason behind that. Okay, so this we have seen. And but whatever you are exporting, since this is a parent shell and creating a sub shell, that will be visible inside the shell. But whatever you did, it will not be visible outside, because this is the parent process and this is the child process. So more thing, you can also test with the PS, then you will know that. So since it is in this one sub shell, it will run actually. So I can also show you. I just say PS minus F, which we already know. Okay, so if you see this one, it will be running under 11401, which is part of this. So once completion, this is completions, this is over, but it will not come to the parent process. So you can explore more on that. Okay, now sample variable script. Okay, so I am just input from console input and echoing. So it is not a big thing. So I can directly do instead of script file. Like now I say enter name. Okay, so I just say enter name echo minus n. I don't want in the different line. Oh, sorry. Okay, so and then read name. Okay, so this is whatever the name you are reading actually. Okay, now I say echo dollar whatever the name, it will give you. Okay, so the same thing you can try in the script file. Okay, so this is whatever the basic of the script, shell scripting, like how you can write file and whatever the uh, possible ways. So we can this is the many basic thing. And in the next units we will see more on that, what are the variables, what are the conditional statements, loops, functions, arrays, and then command line, whatever the command line arguments, options, so debugging, and then signals and all that we will see in the upcoming upcoming videos actually. Okay then, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, so please post in the comment section. So see you in the next next unit. Bye for now. So happy learning. Bye for now.